Good morning. I'm Bill Muck. I'm the senior pastor at Trinity Baptist Church. We're not having church today, not only because of the coronavirus, but also because as I look outside, we've got about 8 or 9 inches of snow out there and more on the way. And so we figured it would just be safer to go ahead and cancel our services for this morning. But whether you're a member or not, I want to talk to you this morning about what's going on in our world and how we, as men and women of faith, should be responding. Last week, if you remember at our church, you know we've been working our way through the book of Luke, and we were in chapter 8. We talked about that scene where Jesus is out on the Sea of Galilee. He's with 12 of his disciples, and this massive storm comes up. Now, 4 of these men were seasoned veteran fishermen. They made their life out on the Sea of Galilee. They had ridden out many, many storms before. Nothing like this one, though. The Bible makes it very, very clear that they were terrified, in fear of their lives. And as we get to verse 24, it says, "And they went to him, woke him, saying, Master, Master, we are perishing. And he awoke and rebuked the wind and the waves, and they ceased, and there was calm. And he said to them, Where is your faith?" My friends, that's what he's saying to us today. We are in our own version of a storm. It's a horrible storm. There's panic, there's fear, there's people, they're just not understanding what's going on. And I don't want to make light of this situation. I don't think we should take it, disregard what's going on around us, but I think we need to use our common sense and understand, where's our faith? Who's in control here? As followers of Jesus Christ, we know that God's got this. We know that this too shall pass, and we understand whose we are, but we also understand who he is. And so as we are called to be beacons of love and of light and of empathy now, this is the time that the world needs us the most. The time when the storms hit, or is the times when our faith has to be first and foremost on display. We have to be men and women of faith. We have to be men and women of prayer. We have to be men and women of compassion. Reach out to those who need us. Show them the love of Christ. This is a time that we are called to be people of strength. Simply the same question he asked his disciples, where is your faith? These men had followed Jesus and they'd seen him do miracle after miracle. And they knew that he was the Son of God, and yet they had no clue who he was. Where's your faith? Do you know Jesus? My friends, yesterday Lisa and I went to the grocery store and we saw firsthand panic. We saw chaos in the grocery stores. We saw people who were buying so many cases of water that one man could barely even push the cart. We saw cashiers being cussed out by customer who something wasn't ringing up the way they thought it should, and they were just being overly sensitive about everything. That's the world we're in today. Where's your faith? We're called to be voices of sanity, voices of reason, voice of faith. This is our time to show the world what it means to be a follower of Christ. This is our time to show the world what it means to understand who God is, but more importantly, understand whose we are. The president has declared today a national day of prayer. I wish every day was a national day of prayer. But I urge you to be men and women of prayer today, praying for our country, praying for our leaders, praying for one another, those people who have been infected and those people who have been affected by this virus. I also urge you to pray for those men and women who in the medical profession have been working around the clock, treating people, helping people, looking for answers, looking for solutions to this crisis. This too will pass. And Jesus is going to rebuke these winds, and he's going to calm the storm, and he's simply going to turn to us and say, where's your faith? I invite you, I urge you to be men and women of faith, to be men and women of prayer. We would love to have you join us at Trinity Baptist Church next week. But even if you can't, just ask yourself, Where's my faith? Commit today to be a light in this world. Commit today to be someone who shows someone else the love of Christ. Commit today to show your faith. Thank you, and God bless you.